Welcome to the Inspirational Living podcast, brought to you in part by Book of Zen, makers of wearable inspiration for a better world. Today's podcast has been edited and adapted from The Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, written in 167 AD. Every morning we should say to ourselves, "Today I shall meet with the busybody, the ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, envious, and the unsocial. All these things happen to them by reason of their ignorance of what is good and evil. Thus I will neither be angry with them nor injured by them." When someone has attacked you, try to understand their view of the world, and seeing this, you will pity them and no longer be angry. For you will either see one who is confused like you, and you will have compassion, or you will see one who is confused like you once were, and you will have patience. No one, however persuasive they may be, can force us to be angry or upset. To be angry with others is to be angry with yourself. Whatever a person's attitude may be, remember that we all have been created for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids, like the rows of the upper and lower teeth. It's not another person's mind that destroys us, but our own. If we are watchful of our mind's contents, we will rise above the troubles of the outside world. Always remember your relationship to the whole. You are part of the whole and cannot live without it. No one, no matter how powerful, can tear you from your place. Do activities break you from your peace? If so, give yourself some quiet time to return to your path. If necessary, change directions or take up new activity. The most important thing in life is to have a focus and purpose. Remember how many moments you have been given and how many are gone. Time is valuable. It should be used for the highest purpose. Every moment is a chance to clear the mind and seek a state of calm. There are 5 things that cause the soul pain. 1, when the soul tries to split itself off from the whole. 2, when it turns away from its neighbors. 3, when it seeks after pleasure or pain. 4, when it supports dishonesty. And 5, when it falls into aimlessness and lack of purpose. We must learn to train our minds to avoid useless and painful lines of thought. We must learn to focus our minds on thoughts which bring us joy. A person with such a mind is a light to the community, and one who is using their gifts aright. Such a person understands that they are kin to all others. They know that their role is to care for their neighbors without seeking their good opinion. They are neither shaken by praise nor blame. Above all else, let the spirit within you be the guardian of your life. Tend to it. Let it be the source of your peace. You will find happiness if you do not seek outside you for what is within. Strive to do your work with feelings of peace, and give yourself freedom from all other thoughts. You deserve the freedom that a peaceful mind brings. If you seek only peace, you will see how easy it is to live a happy and contented life. If you can find anything in life that is better than truth and peace, then turn to it and enjoy it wholeheartedly. But if you find nothing as fulfilling as this, then put away all else. Simply and freely choose the best thing and hold on to it. But whatever is most helpful is best, you say. Then I say, keep what is most helpful to your higher self. Nothing is sadder than the person who goes around analyzing their neighbor's actions while failing to perceive the divinity within. Remember that all earthly things disappear. First, the bodies of men and women, and in time, the memories of them. Seek what is eternal, and there you will find true peace. Even if you were to live 3,000 years or 30,000 years, remember that no one loses any other life except the one they are living. The longest life and the shortest life lead to exactly the same place. The present is the only thing of value. In the present, everything is equal, and everyone is equal. Remember, too, that everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Everything is also in accord with nature, and nothing is evil which is in accord with nature. The awakened soul keeps this in mind and does not judge things falsely. What can shake your belief in the goodness of humankind, the cruelty of others? Remember that we have come here for each other, and that people act out of ignorance. Have mercy on them. Have faith. Everything happens within a larger order. You will find this to be true if you watch the world carefully. Don't look at things the way wrongdoers do. Don't look at things as wrongdoers want you to either. Instead, strive to see things in truth as they really are. Never value the things that will force you to lie, lose self-respect, hate, or deceive. Whoever values peace of mind and the health of the soul will live the best of all possible lives. Oh, how peaceful it is to stop looking at what our neighbors say and do and think, and simply strive to bring our own lives into alignment with truth and kindness. Let us live simply and modestly, and if anyone says that we do not live a simple, modest life, let us not be angry with them, nor change our direction. If we hold to our ideals, we will move through life with purity and peace of mind. Our spirit has the power to adapt itself to whatever may happen, for it requires nothing, and always moves toward its higher purpose. Be like the cliff against which the waves break. You can stand firm and calm amongst the noise. Don't say, I am cursed because this happened, but rather say, I am blessed although this happened to me. Can what has happened prevent you from acting as your highest self? Kind, patient, trusting, and free? No, nothing on earth can keep you from this. In the morning, think to yourself, I am called to serve the world today. The plants have their work, the birds have theirs, so do the ants, the spiders, and the bees. They have their part in helping the world, and so do I. Seek your form of contribution, and you will find it. How simple life is for the disciplined mind. A disciplined mind can release every painful thought that enters into it and return to a state of perfect calm. There is a type of person who, when they do something kind, says, "Please remember that I've done this." Then there is another person who doesn't say such words, but thinks them. Finally, there is a person who, in a sense, is not even conscious of what they have done. Rather, they are like a vine which has silently offered its grapes and asks nothing more in return. Think of the universe as one living being, having one body and soul. Observe how things are connected and how things act together. See the beautiful web. If a person has an appreciation and understanding of the universe, there is hardly anything that won't appear beautiful. Such a person will find equal pleasure in looking at paintings and wild animals. They will see in every person a sweet freshness and light. Vision will be their gift, and they will see beauty where others see nothing. It is possible to see beauty in everything, in the fig, in the ears of the corn bending down, in the lion's mane, in the foam which comes from a wild boar's mouth. These things may not be beautiful by themselves, but if we perceive them as part of the larger whole, we will begin to see them with fascination and wonder. Don't give up if you fail to follow your principles. Don't give up, but simply pick yourself up and return to them. Remember that these principles are in line with your true self, and what you fell to was not. As your stray thoughts are, so will your mind be. Diet with continual series of good and wholesome thoughts. The things of the world cannot touch the soul. The soul can only touch itself. Honor that which is the best in yourself. You can live a happy life if you think in the right way and act in the right way. Good fortune is a good attitude of the soul, plus good feelings and good actions. The order of the universe is benevolent, for it has no reason to be evil. All things are made and perfected by this order. If you are serving your highest purpose, it will not matter if you are cold or warm, sleepy or awake, or whether people speak well or poorly of you, for you will be happy to simply do your work. The best way of avenging yourself is to not become like your attacker. Love the people whom you have been given. Love them truly. Reflect on the connection of all things in the universe and the relationship of all things to each other. In a way, all things are joined together and serve the greater good. We are all working together toward the same goal, some with knowledge and awareness, others with ignorance, as though they are asleep. But we all cooperate. And even those who are asleep, the universe needs. Choose where you would take your tools, for the spirit that guides the whole will employ you well. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. It is in your power to return to life. Don't be embarrassed to accept help. Your job is to do what's in front of you, like a person who must scale a wall. Suppose you had a sore leg. You might not be able to climb the wall yourself, but with another's help, it is done. When you wish to be cheerful, think of the virtues of those who are with you, the helpfulness of one, the modesty of another, the generosity of a third. for nothing is so cheerful as seeing virtue in another. It is possible to not judge, to remain peaceful in spirit, for events themselves do not control our actions. All things are joined, and the bonds that hold them is sacred. Nothing is separate from anything else. All is connected in one order, one universe, one God, one substance, one law, and one truth. When we see each person as part of a great, sweeping melody, we will realize that to do good to another is to do good to the whole. This moment may be your last on earth. Remember this, and choose every thought and act carefully. Remember, too, that to leave the earth is nothing to be afraid of, for the nature of the universe is eternal and good. It is not the body nor the personality that is the true self. The true self is eternal. Even on the point of death, we can say to ourselves, "My true self is free. I cannot be contained." It all comes down to this. Consider how you may live the best possible life in the time that is given you to live. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars, and see yourself running with them. The Inspirational Living podcast is a production of The Living Hour. For free transcripts of our podcast, please go to livinghour.org. If you enjoy our podcast, please consider becoming a patron. You can become a patron for as little as $1 a month, which will ensure that we can continue our podcast for years to come. To become a patron, please visit patreon.com. That's patreon.com. Simply do a quick search for the Inspirational Living podcast at patreon.com to find our Patreon page and learn more, including the free gifts we offer to every patron. Subscribe to our free podcast today at the iTunes Store, or at Google Play, or at Stitcher.com. Thank you for listening. We look forward to being with you next time.